Hi everybody, thank you for joining me in my live video. This is Robert Harley and this is the Excelia Live Show. I am so glad you're here, so pleased that you're here. You came to join me today. And today we're going to continue with our subject on the ABCs of success. We've taken a kind of break from this subject and for the last few videos. So tonight I figured out, start back on this series, and we're going through the alphabet. Those of you who've been following these videos, following me in these videos, you know, we'll be going through the alphabet, and we did talk about taking each letter of the alphabet, and we talk about success. We're talking about the ABCs of success, what separates successful people from non-successful people, and what's the difference between the two. And we take in each letter of the alphabet, and I choose a word and speak in that word and talk about the success on that topic, on that word. Anyway, so tonight we're going to continue with that. We're going to continue. We're on tonight. We're on the letter L. The letter L. And tonight, after much consideration of what word I should use for this letter, I come up with the word learn or learning. Learning. We should always be in a state of learning, always learning and growing. Just recently I have my oldest daughter. I have 4 kids, and my oldest daughter, uh, she just turned 22. Believe it or not, I have a 22-year-old daughter. Anyway, she just turned 22 back in June. Anyway, I took her out for dinner on her birthday, and so while we were out having dinner, and then she said, "Oh, Dad, what word of advice? What advice could you give me now that I'm getting older? And what kind of advice can you give me? Something for my life that I can take and you live my life by, is that type of thing." Anyways, I said a few things to her, but one of the things I said to her, I said, never stop learning. Never stop learning. Always be learning. Always reading books, going to seminars and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that separate successful people from non-successful people. Successful people are always learning. Successful people are always learning. They never stop learning. Successful people invest in themselves. They you know they go to workshops and seminars. They read books constantly. They 3-day seminar, week-long seminars. They're constantly reading, and you know they invest in themselves. I heard someone said once that if you don't invest in yourself, then no one else will. If you don't invest in yourself, then no one else will. And so that's one of the things that separate non-successful people from successful people, is that successful people, they invest in themselves. I don't know how many of you heard of John Maxwell. John Maxwell, he's like a guru when it comes to leadership. That's one of the topic I was debating, talking on tonight, is leadership. L stands for leadership, but I decided to talk about learning. Anyways, John Maxwell, I heard him say once, and listening to one of his speeches, listening to him talk, he told a story about how he has a weekend getaway, where I think it's in Maui or somewhere. He have a weekend getaway where top executive people from 500, from Fortune 500 top executives, people who are making like $1 million or more a year, they come to his seminar, and they pay a minimum of $10,000 for the weekend, per head, per person, $10,000 per person to come to this weekend, where he teach them on leadership and business and stuff like that. And when I heard that, I said, wow, no wonder they're top executive. No wonder they're making $1 million or more a year. Look at how they're investing in themselves. They're spending that kind of money for on a weekend getaway. They're investing in themselves. No wonder they're top CEOs, and they're making $1 million or more a year. There's another guy named I think it was Bob Harrison. I don't know if he still have these seminars also, but I remember he also heard him told about a story about how he also have these weekend getaway, and also I think it was in Hawaii or somewhere. He had these weekend getaway, and again, for people to come to these weekend getaway, they're paying thousands of dollars to come to these weekend getaway. And again, just to show you that how successful people, they invest in themselves. And that's one of the things that separates successful people from non-successful people, is that successful people, they invest in themselves. They always constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly developing themselves. And anyways, we I want to go through some quotes, because normally with these ones do have some quotes that we do. And just like other subject, we talk about quotes. I have a few quotes here about learning, and from some people. So I'm going to read a few of the quotes that I have here. One of them is from his first one says, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing or learning to do. The love of what you are doing or learning to do." So learning. Here's another one. There are no secret to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. So learning from failure is another way of learning. Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistent. Both of those quotes were from Colin Powell. The one I just quoted before, and this one is from Colin Powell. A good teacher inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. That's Brad Henry. That's a quote from Brad Henry. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. I love that one. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Because if you're not growing, you're shrinking. You're shrinking. You're going backwards. That's one of the reasons why one of the advice I give to my daughter when she asks me, I said, never stop learning. Always, always, always learn. Never get to a point where you think you know it all, or you don't need to learn anything more. You never get to that point, even to the day you're dying on your dying bed. When you're on the dying bed ready to take your last breath, you still should be in a state of wanting to learn more. So age have nothing to do with it. No matter how old you are, age have nothing to do with you constantly learning. Age have nothing to do whether you're young or old or middle class, whatever. Never stop learning. Here's another quote here. This quote is a great one too. So change is the end result of all true learning. Change is the end result of all true learning. This is from Leo Gus. Leo, I can't pronounce his last name. Leo something. Doesn't matter. I don't even know who he is anyways. Here's another one from Mahatma Gandhi. Who said, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. I love that one. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. By Gandhi. Quote by Gandhi. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. This is a quote from John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, a former president of the U.S., says that leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. Here's another one here. I'm going to read this two more quotes and then the last two ones I have here. This is from Jim Rohn. I consider Jim Rohn one of my mentors. Jim Rohn, learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of health. Learning is the beginning of spirituality. Searching and learning is where the miracle process all begins. I love that quote. And here's the final one here. The beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. I'll read it one again. The beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you. So always be in this constant state of learning. No one, once you've learned something, no one can take it away from you. You've learned it. You learn it forever, so no one can take that away from you. That's the beauty of learning. Always be in a state of learning. Read, go to books, invest in yourself. Go to seminars, go to workshop, go if you can afford those $10,000 weekend getaway to go to one of those John Maxwell getaway thing. Go to those kind of things. When I heard John Maxwell say that about these top CEO, top executive who was making $1 million or more a year come to his weekend seminar, paying $10,000 for the weekend coming out there. I said to myself, no wonder they're making that kind of money. Look how they invest in themselves, right? Just to wrap things up, I'm gonna quickly go through 10 benefits of learning, of lifelong learning. 10 benefit of learning, of having the attitude or the developing the habit of lifelong learning, always learning, right? So 10 benefit of it. One, the benefit, lifelong learning helps develop natural ability. It helps you develop your natural ability. I'm not going to expand too much on all 10 of these. Just going to go over them. Just going to point them out. Number 9, or can I start from number 9 to down. I should have started from 1 to number 9. But anyway, number 9, it's lifelong learning opens your mind. As we grow older, and I don't want to speak this over myself or over you guys, but as they said, certain things happen to people as they grow older, but one of those things too is your mind. I know this is your mind start slowing down and stuff like that. But one of the things to keep your mind active is to learn to reading and learning new things, and also to play games like board games and stuff like that. Anything to keep your mind active, even things like knitting and stuff like that. Anything that you can stay active to keep your mind thinking and active. That also helps as you grow older to help your mind maintain it full function. So lifelong learning opens your mind, keeps your mind functioning. Number 8, lifelong learning creates curiosity and a hungry mind. It creates curiosity and a hungry mind. Again, I'm not going to expand on these things. I'm just going to point them out for time's sake. Number 7, lifelong learning increase your wisdom. Increase wisdom. Because you're growing, you're learning. So as you're learning, you're increasing your wisdom. So you increase your wisdom. Number 6, lifelong learning makes the world a better place. Make your world a better place, which is so true. Just make your world a better place. So you keep learning. Number 5, lifelong learning helps us help us adapt to change. It helps us adapt to change. Remember one of the quotes that I quoted just a few minutes ago. It says, change change is the end result of true learning. Change is the end result of true learning. So as you learn and you change. So as you change, you learn. As you learn and you adapt, it helps you adapt to change because you're gonna change as you learn. So it helps you adapt to the change. So true. Number four, lifelong learning helps us find meaning in our lives. Lifelong learning helps us find true meaning in our lives. Um, so many people sometimes can be so lost in this world, and learning helps you find true meaning in life. Number three, lifelong learning keeps us involved as active contributors to society. I'll read that one again. Lifelong learning keeps us involved as active contributors to society. So active, I should say, I can even say active positive contributors to society. You're contributing in a positive way to society. And number two, lifelong learning helps us make new friends and establish valuable relationships. Lifelong learning helps us make new friends and establish valuable relationships. And number one reason why you want to keep on learning and keep on growing and developing is lifelong learning helps us enrich our lives. Our enriching. Sorry, I read it over again. I kind of messed it up. Lifelong learning lead to an enriching life of self-fulfillment. Lifelong learning leads to an enriching life of self-fulfillment. So you want to keep learning because it helps you live an enriched life of for self-fulfillment. So you want to keep on learning, keep on growing, keep on reading, keep on going to seminars, keep on listening to audiobooks. I'm a big fan of audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks a lot in my car while driving to and from work or anywhere I'm going. I'm listening to audiobooks. I listen to YouTube videos, or even just today I was listening to what's the book? The book I was listening to on YouTube, The Science of Getting Rich. The Science of Getting Rich. I was listening to that on today on YouTube. You know, so again, I've listened to it a few times already on YouTube. I listened to that book already a few times, and I've listened to audiobooks on YouTube all the time. I listen to Think and Grow Rich, and other books that I've listened to on YouTube. I just listen to them, so always growing, always be in a state of growing. And I hope I just want to encourage you guys to learn, to grow, to develop, because if you're not growing, you're shrinking, you're going backwards, and you're always in a state of going forward. Again, these are things that separate the successful people from non-successful people. Non-successful people, once they graduate from school, a lot of time most people in the society, once they graduate from school or college or university, they just close their books and that's it, and they close their mind, that's it. They kind of stop learning and growing and developing themselves. But that should not be true for us. No, I'm not saying that everybody does that. I'm saying most people in the society, most people that have a 9 to 5 job, going to work 9 to 5, most people, those people just shut down their mind because they just stop learning. They think that's all there is to life, just going to work and work and work and work, and there's no point of learning anything else. But that's what separates successful people from non-successful people. Successful people see the value of continuous learning and growing and developing. They see the value in it, and they put themselves in situation where they learn and grow and develop themselves, versus non-successful people don't see the value of continuous learning and growing and developing themselves, and that's, you see the end result on the life that they live. So, and I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you too, because again, in these things, in these videos, I'm teaching you what I'm learning myself in the process of learning and developing and applying in my own personal life. So I'm just kind of inviting you guys on my personal growth and developing journey by when you watch these videos. I'm just kind of saying this is what I'm doing, and I'm inviting you guys to join me on this journey. So I hope I say something that inspire you, move you, and motivate you in some way, shape, or form. I hope you guys learn something from this video. I hope you guys will please like the video, please share the video, and please leave a comment on the video. I want to thank all of you guys who have joined me. I'm not going to take the time to kind of call out the names. But I see a few people here that names showed up, and so I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of this. Whether you're watching the live or watching the replay, thank you for taking the time out to watching. Again, please share these videos. I want to get these. My goal is to get these videos in front of many people's eyes as possible. So that's why I always ask you to share these videos to help me spread these videos, let them go viral as much as possible. Anyways, until next time when we'll continue on the ABCs of success. The next topic or the next letter is going to be M. So we'll choose a word for M and we'll talk about the ABCs of success. Until then, God bless you. I love you. Peace.